Today's topic also is insecurities. What is an insecurity? At the heart of it, an insecurity is a lack of confidence in yourself. And I think one of the number one insecurities in most people, unscientific analogy here, is this belief that you are unlovable, unlikable, you won't fit in, and the real you is somehow a pariah. Um, it's this imposter syndrome. If you want to focus on a work environment, right? You're an imposter. You're not as smart or as skilled at the job as you possibly can. One of the ways I see this represented is someone who kind of gatekeeps, makes things overly complicated so no one coming in can just pick it up. I had a coworker who had like a million spreadsheets tracking things that were unnecessary when one spreadsheet would do, added extra codes and numbers. And one day he went on vacation and I sat there and I was like, wait a minute, this device is the same. There is no difference. There's only five kinds. Just put them on a shelf and keep restocking them. He came back and he was pissed because he had created this elaborate system where he generated a number, and you went to the box and you had to write the number on it. And if you had to change to a new one, you'd have to go ask him. And like things like that is an insecurity because you don't believe that your skill is good enough. And so you have to create barriers so that people can't come in. Another insecurity, like I said, is the belief that no one loves you. And I suffered from that. I probably still do to a certain extent, but the way that you deal with it is you become more and more comfortable with yourself. You start to look at yourself objectively. Now, if you compare yourself to a famous political figure or celebrity, you're not going to be as toned, you're not going to be as poised, you're not going to be as well dressed because they have more resources than you, they've had more time, or they are just naturally more charming than you, right? If you compare yourself to the best person you know, you're going to fall short because the things you admire about them, you don't naturally do. If you start comparing yourself to the world at large, then you're relatively normal, right? And I know this is much easier said than done, but it's important for you to get yourself some perspective. We can go on and wax poetic about theories, but once again, this is why I wrote my book, five baby steps to self-discovery. Because if you become more and more comfortable with what makes you different, you're going to realize the similarities. You're going to realize that it's not so much that the social group you're in, you're a pariah. It's just that you're in the wrong social group. You are interacting with people who haven't gotten the pleasure to see who you are and how you are. So you have to become more and more like yourself throughout the day, and you're going to start to examine your likes and dislikes. And if you are the center and you choose to do things that you enjoy, you'll be less concerned about how people perceive you. The insecurity starts to go away. If you make decisions based on how people think about you and not what you personally like, you're going to fit in but be unhappy. Get it? Example. The office party. I did a video on that. You really don't like it. You're uncomfortable. You don't like being around a lot of people. You say yes to the party. You go to the party. You do the obligatory stuff. You feel frustrated. You feel fake. You don't have the wherewithal to say, I don't want to go. I'm going to go to hang out with my friends. Thank you for the holiday party. I really appreciate it. But not my cup of tea. I already have a pre-engagement. You go to that event. You feel comfortable. You're laughing. You feel all the fun of being around your friends. Those are two ways. So one, you're concerned about what your job is going to think, and you're trying to fit in, and you become fake, and it just creates this circle of depression and anxiety and this fake life. The other one is you speak your truth and then you go and do what you really want to do. On the other side, the anxiety, the insecurity is minimized because you're just being yourself and people accept you or don't accept you. And those people that don't accept you they lose access to you. So a solution to insecurity is to go deeper into yourself. Not because you are perfect, but because you are perfectly made. The mix of what you like, dislike, your foibles are something that, if packaged correctly, will be enjoyed by the right people. So, no, you are not unlovable. You are not someone that can't find a tribe or a group. You found me. We're here. I'm willing to work, to do and be your friend. Not because I'm obligated to, because I'm fascinated by people and the differences that they have. I'm promoting individuality. So individuality means that I'm going to accept you in all the different ways you're individual. As long as it's not criminal or psychotic and harms other people, I'm with it. Like, why not? So if you feel insecure, the simple solution, action, is to become more and more comfortable with yourself. Stop looking for outside validation, because it's never going to satisfy. If you get 1,000,000 likes and 1,000,000 attaboys, in your heart of hearts, you know that they're only appealing and agreeing to the facade that you show. But if you become comfortable, you're going to have an inner strength that makes the opinions of people outside of you not unimportant, but less important. Anyway, hope this makes sense. Enjoy the evening, the day, and the rest of your life.